What can you tell us? What's the latest development concerning the attack in SARS office, Abuja?
Well, I think we've put in the public domain most of the information we have, or virtually every information we have on that incident. The only new development is the fact that in an overnight operations last night, one more of the fleeing suspects was also picked up, leaving out there at large just 4 of the 30 suspects that escaped. I'll probably also want to use this opportunity to just clear the air on a few things. The first of all is our position, which we have said and which we have made very clear, that none of the suspects being held in connection with ongoing terror investigations escaped. I listened to your analysis and I also saw the questions raised as why. The reason is simple. In detention facilities such as SARS detention facilities, the chambers of the detention facilities are compartmentalized. That is to say, certain categories of suspects are held in certain chambers, while the other categories of suspects could also be held in the other chambers. And that is the plausible explanation. That is the explanation for the fact that the bulk of the suspects that escaped were those who were connected with robbery and other related crimes. The second thing I also want to clear is the reason why journalists were barred from that scene. You must understand that even in the most advanced countries in the world, when you approach a crime scene, you meet a police line, clearly marked do not cross. And in a situation where the entire premises is considered as a crime scene, it is just normal that you restrain the ingress as well as the outward movement of people from such premises. I must make it very clear here that it was not just journalists that were barred from entering the SARS premises yesterday. Policemen who have no direct connection or bearing with ongoing operations and ongoing investigations were also barred from entering the premises. We needed to make this clear because the current police management team, the current police leadership, is one that believes so much in the tenets and ethics of democratic policing. We've tried as much as possible to make our operations very open. We've been guided by the principle of transparency and accountability, and we've kept our door permanently open, not just to the media, but the entire members of the public. Then, having said that, I also want to quickly explain, perhaps Nigerians begin to wonder, why is police formations as well as military formations the usual targets of attack? The reason is simple. In terror groups that are targeted, with terror organizations whose aim are usually to destabilize government at all levels, it is not surprising that police formations and military formations are usually their choice target. The reason is simple. These two organizations are the most visible symbol of governance. Beyond that, in Nigeria, and looking at our history, particularly when you take a look at the kind of centrifugal forces that try to pull us apart, you will discover that the Nigerian police, as well as the Nigerian military, has remained the two most pan-Nigerian organizations. They are the two organizations that hold us together as a people. And therefore, those who are out to destabilize and cause disunity within our people or amongst our people consistently try to strike at the heart of these very two institutions that hold us together as a people. But one thing I want to reassure Nigerians is that the Nigerian police as well as the Nigerian military remain irrevocably committed in our commitment to providing quality security services to this country. The times might be tough, the challenges might be daunting, but they are definitely not insurmountable. Will we go past this phase? We will come out stronger and better. We will come out even as a more united people, and our security agencies will come out even more professional in the discharge of our statutory and constitutional responsibilities.
A little here, Mr. Mba. We were talking with Mr. Chukwuma a moment ago, and we talked about the fact that your men were able to repel the attackers. Is it a case, or was it a case of being in the know that they were actually coming, or you people have always been prepared, just like the Boy Scout?
The truth is that when you are policing a nation or a country that is going through this phase of security challenges, you must put your acts permanently together. Just like you rightly said, our operational policy has been tailored to the motto of the Boy Scouts. We have been permanently prepared. Of course, even in that state of heightened preparation, things can go wrong, like Professor Innocent Chukwuma rightly noted. But again, the test of a competent security agency is the ability to react when things go wrong the way it did in these two situations. The fact that we were able to rise up to the challenge, the fact that we were able to confront these gunmen in spite of their large numbers, the fact that we were able to successfully repel the attack, and the fact that within a space of 12 hours, we were able to rearrest 25 as at yesterday and 26 as at today of the fleeing suspect, I think is a mark of professionalism. It shows that police officers don't just sit back idly and watch terror organizations rent terror on our people endlessly and with reckless impunity. The only thing we ask of Nigerians is that we must unite as a people. We must come together. We must stop the discordant tunes. If you watch some of the countries that have combated terrorism successfully, there's usually a unity of purpose. In the American system, for example, in the Israeli system, for example, in the Indian system, for example, when they fight terror organizations, there is no political divides. There is no ethnic divide, and there is no religious divide.
Okay.
In Nigeria, we must come together as a people. The security agencies, the media, the politicians, as well as the general public. We must work together to end extremism. We must work together to end impunity associated with terror attacks.
Okay,
it is worthy of note that even yesterday, the International Criminal Court in Hague has taken a very definite stand that Boko Haram and other terror organizations are committing crimes against humanity. This is at variance with some of the attacks that the Nigerian military and the police have received in recent times. The International Criminal Court has stated it clearly that there is no definite pattern that has been established suggesting that Nigerian security agencies are committing crimes against humanity. Okay. But that these terror organizations have been clearly, that they've clearly established a pattern of attacks, murder, and persecution against them, and the International Criminal Court will be proceeding to investigate.